everybody, this is Doug Alcock with Eclectic Street Self-Defense. Today we're going to be talking about the number 2 murder weapon, which is a knife, cutting instrument, and the reality of it and the danger of it. And we're going to be talking about the distance of what is safe, especially for police officers. We have 2 here today that are off duty. And just the reality of a knife and what is a safe distance to pull a gun out to shoot. Because a lot of people right now are talking about why do police officers shoot to kill and all that baloney, but we can get into that later. Now we're going to be talking about the distancing, the 21-foot rule that they have, that they say that's out there. But in reality, sometimes you don't necessarily have to go by that rule just because there's so many obstacles, there's so many things that you can take place, especially when you're running off on an angle, so you can be tripping and falling. And there's so many different scenarios on that. So we're going to have these 2 police officers go ahead and do the distancing with the knife attacks. So if you want to go ahead and take over and show the distancing.
So what Doug's talking about is the 21-foot rule, and it's something that we operate on or by in police world. Where am I going with this? As a police officer, we get a lot of training on how dangerous knives can really be, and we see a lot of really gross and gruesome pictures, and you see people laid open, I mean their head to the skull, and you know, their whole backs are just filleted open like a fish. And some of these wounds have happened after the person has been shot. So they came after the officer took a knife to him, or I'm sorry, the bad guy took a knife to the officer, and the officer finally shot and killed him, but only after they took a bunch of slices and almost died themselves. So when it comes to knives, we don't play around. You know, if I'm talking to somebody and they're within, you know, 6 feet of me, I'm just gonna assume they might have a knife on them, and they could kill me within that distance, because that happens every day. So we're gonna go over some distances here and so ways that we can close the gap and or keep the gap from getting closed on us rather. If somebody comes at us with a knife. Okay, so here we are at a close range. This is where most police officers operate. We're talking to, you know, bad people on a daily basis in this range. We don't know they're bad yet. For this exercise, I just want to point out that we're using a blue gun. This is fake for training purposes, as well as a wooden knife. And Officer Kramer here is going to be the bad guy in this situation and show you how fast things can turn. Excuse me, sir, do you have your driver's license? Why do you have that knife? That fast. I don't have time to read that. That's up close. Now let's go back about 10 feet. I don't see the knife. How's it going, man? Hey, just that fast. Now, I didn't even touch my gun. Now, let's go 20. Let's do the 21 feet. So we use this 21 feet rule because what we found out is that in 21 feet, it's still a dangerous situation, but I can still escape the situation, and I can send fire down range and stop the threat. So if I walked up on a situation like this, and let's say we walked up on a scene where this guy just cut up a bunch of people, we see the knife, we see the guy, people are always wondering, why don't you just tase him? Well, we're going to show you how ineffective a gun can be from this situation, much less a taser. Sir, what is that in your hand? I still got three on him, and he was still mobile. I mean, people don't just drop like they do in the movies when you shoot them. So anything within that 21 feet, we know there's a real good chance that we could get stabbed to death. Okay, so just like Officer Kramer and myself, we're showing you, we want to keep as much distance away, and we don't always have time to use a taser. Doug, thanks for having us up here to explain that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thanks. Again, it's a short video, but it's just something really quick to show you guys out there that police officers don't have that time to draw. They just don't have it. And even sometimes at 21 foot, they don't have it either. I mean, this guy could be Speedy Gonzalez, you don't know, but there's always so many different scenarios. But again, thanks for watching, and like and subscribe.